What's up, YouTubers? Hardworker12 with you here up at Santa Monica Subaru. Big thanks to Santa Monica Subaru and their sales manager Jennifer Sauer for having me up today to try to help answer an age-old question that's got a new variant on it. Which one should you buy, a Subaru Crosstrek or a Subaru Forester? Now, what I have here are two sport versions of these cars. So this is kind of the new variant. The sport model of the Forester was new for the 2019 model year, and the sport version of the Crosstrek is new for 2021. And this car does change the equation a little bit, because one complaint people always had about the Crosstrek was that it was a little bit too slow. Well, now with the new Crosstrek Sport and also Crosstrek Limited for 2021, Subaru remedied that because this has the exact same engine that's in the Forester. Both of these cars are powered by the same 2.5 liter 182 horsepower engine, and because the Crosstrek is slightly lighter, the Crosstrek is slightly faster. However, the Forester is still going to give you more space, and even though as a general rule of thumb people seem to prefer the looks of Crosstrek, the Forester Sport model kind of changed that a little bit when it came out in 2019, because it is a little bit sportier looking, although admittedly, aside from the paddle shifters, there's not too much actual sportiness going on from a driving perspective. So we're just going to go on a basic rundown. First of all, price. For 2021, Forester Sport starts at $29,395. Crosstrek Sport starts at $26,495. Now those are both base MSRPs, so that's before destination charges, option packages, port installed accessories, and whatever else ends up on one of these cars by the time it makes it to whatever dealer you're at. So don't be surprised when the MSRP is a couple to a few thousand higher than the numbers that I just named. But those are the baseline numbers. As far as measurement goes, Forester is 182 inches long. Crosstrek is 176 inches long, so the Crosstrek's about 6 inches easier to fit in a parking place. Forester 72 inches wide. Crosstrek almost identical, 71 inches wide. The Forester is 68 inches tall, and the Crosstrek is 63 inches tall, so it is about 5 inches shorter in height. Now, as far as cargo space goes, you have 76.1 maximum cubic feet of cargo in Forester, and you have 55.3 maximum cubic feet of cargo space in the Crosstrek. Now, I've already done videos where I've measured these cars out. I'm not going to do that today, but if you're interested in seeing exact cargo measurements on the vehicle, check the descriptions, because I will have that available for you there. Now we're going to take a minute and talk about the styling on these two vehicles. Now, we'll start with the Crosstrek Sport. Now, ever since the Crosstrek first debuted for the 2013 model year, people have always said it looked sporty, and that was before there was even a sport model. So admittedly, Subaru hasn't done a whole lot to the outside of the car to make it into a sport model. Essentially, you have the sort of dark gray grille in the front. The wheels have the dark gray finish on them, so you have darker wheels. You have the dark gray mirror caps. And in the back, the Subaru logo, the symmetrical all-wheel drive logo, and then Crosstrek is all in dark gray, and Sport is in the sort of golden yellow color. So I suppose since the Crosstrek was already sort of a sporty looking car, they didn't do much to sport it up, but it is worth mentioning that they have put the larger engine in this model, which is going to make a big difference for some people. Now with Forester Sport, on the other hand, they did a lot more kind of drastic changes to the outside. The first thing people notice when they see one of these, obviously, is the orange trim. You've got it under the bumper there. You've got it on the rocker panels underneath the doors. You've got it up top on the roof rack. And you have it around back here on the back bumper. Some people really like that. Some people really don't like that. Beauty's in the eye of the beholder. I'm not going to tell you what to think. You also have a black trim piece here. You have black wheels. They're kind of a gloss black finish on the wheels on Forester. And then you have the black surrounds for the fog lights, which are unique to the Forester Sport model. Which one looks better? Well, I'll leave that up to you. Now, as long as I've got the two cars pulled out like this, let me take a second and talk about headlights and fog lights. Of course, both cars have headlights and fog lights, but on Crosstrek, they are halogen lights. You have to go to Crosstrek Limited if you want LEDs. But on Forester Sport, you have full LED headlights and LED fog lights. And for 2021, the LED headlights on Forester are going to be adaptive, so they will turn with the steering wheel when you drive at night. Now we're going to look at the interior, and I'm going to start on the interior of the Crosstrek Sport. I'm a big fan of the interior in this vehicle because it is Subaru's StarTex material. It's kind of like a cross between a vinyl and a neoprene from a wetsuit. It's meant to be durable, be easy to clean, stay warm in the winter, and cool in the summer. But let's talk about colors. The Crosstrek gives you kind of yellowish gold stitching, Crosstrek embossed, contrasted stitching there, and on the door panel, and the dashboard. And you have this sort of gold insert on the steering wheel. So if you like gold, and a gold stitched interior specifically, Crosstrek Sport may be the one for you. Okay, so now we are in the interior of Forester, and you'll notice that this is more of just kind of a standard cloth. It is a nice high quality cloth on the middle of the seat, and then you have vinyl. This darker gray part here is kind of a vinyl bolster on the seat, and we have orange stitching. So if you love orange, perhaps the Crosstrek Sport is a better choice for you. But you'll notice more orange. They have the anodized orange surrounds for the vents. You have it down here on the shifter. Nothing on the steering wheel, but the orange theme is a little bit stronger on the interior of this car. And I think maybe that rubbed a few people the wrong way because Subaru does seem to have toned it down in Crosstrek Sport. Although I have to say the orange in this car never really bothered me. I think it looks fine and it fits with the mission of the vehicle. I'm now sitting in the back seat of Forester Sport because I want to point out a couple of features that Forester Sport either comes with or is available with that you cannot get on the Crosstrek Sport. So first of all, we have our 8-inch touchscreen. That is optional on both the Forester and Crosstrek Sport. But you'll notice I have kind of a fancier, prettier screen above that on Forester Sport. That's not available on Crosstrek Sport. Something else I have back here are rear air vents and USB charging ports. Those are standard on Forester Sport, not available on Crosstrek Sport. And the large panoramic moonroof is standard on Forester Sport, not available on Crosstrek Sport. So here I am sitting in the back seat of the Crosstrek, and you'll notice no air vents, no USBs, and this one does have the optional moonroof for the Crosstrek Sport, but it's much smaller than the standard moonroof in the Forester. Now there's a couple other little options to note. I'm on the back of the Forester Sport, and this particular one has one of the option packages that gives me the reverse automatic braking with the parking sensors. That's what those little dots are there. Harman Kardon premium audio system and a power rear liftgate are also optional on Forester Sport. Now these are items that you have to pay for, obviously, but if those are items that are very important to you in your decision-making process, then Forester Sport might be better than a Crosstrek Sport. So in conclusion, which one would I buy? Well, I have to admit, this is a very, very difficult choice because in my opinion, Crosstrek Sport does drive just a little bit nicer. It's lighter weight, it has the same horsepower, so it's a little quicker. Forester is a larger, more practical vehicle, and it is available with more features. And quite frankly, I can't decide. Part of me says go with the Crosstrek because it's more fun to drive, and it would probably get more YouTube views on my channel if I had one. The other part of me says, don't be stupid. You've always preferred the Forester over almost every other Subaru besides a WRX or an STI, so get the Forester. So I don't know which one I'd get. Honestly, I'd have to flip a coin, I suppose. They're both fantastic cars. Which one should you get? Well, I don't know. And I feel like maybe I did and maybe I didn't help you, but I didn't help myself because I can't decide between the two of them. But anyway, I am very thankful for you for watching my video. I'm very thankful to Subaru of Santa Monica and my friend Jennifer Sauer for letting me film these cars today. If you are looking for a new Subaru, please give Subaru Santa Monica a look. Ask for Jennifer, she'll take great care of you. Thanks so much for watching. Please like and subscribe my video regardless of whether or not you actually liked it. And have a fantastic day. Bye-bye.